So, well then, I should be live now. Good. That's good. Correct profile and everything. That's good. Okay. Well then, put this in the background. Close this. Then let's actually get to this. ACC. I feel like I need to move the window. Got my keyboard. That's still switched on. Right. One of the most annoying things is like finding your freaking mouse to get back to the main screen. So I open this one up. We got my mouse around. And then we're here. So sort out the joining process. Usually I start streaming when I'm so, but this time around I started streaming before that. It's fine. No password field, you can't leave puts. So I think I have the correct split. Should be now the split 2 server. I'm in my KTM. It looks good. So, welcome to round 1. That's it. Perhaps briefly. Do I want to move this? If this is all fine. What? GT3 proceeds to literally drive through me. That's fun. So there's the modifiers. Get rid of these 2 controllers. Let's get actually rolling. So. Right. Thanks, keep up. So, load and save setups. Load this, the previous setup. I will, however, be using a bit more fuel than what I used in the race last time around. Well, this is only a 1-hour race, so we probably don't use more than like. Should probably like, because I calculated for 30 minutes, fuel of 43 liters. So we need probably like 80 liters for the race. I'll just put a down number in there. Right. We need really anything else? No. Oh yeah, right. This had a bit weird tire pressures, and also the tire pressures are lower than compared to the test race. So we need a few more PSI in these bad boys. Let's ram 4 PSI. No, we'll ram 5 PSI into the fronts. Because those were under pressure in the race one. We'll see what we get out of this. What has been really weird recently with with my steering wheels that it's... Oh. Well, I haven't remapped this here. Hold on, can I do this while controls? Where's my throttle? Needs to be this pedal. Clutch needs to be this pedal. Both have to be selected as inverted. So now I have a throttle. Now I have a clutch. Because I changed the internal wiring in my pedals. So this actually is the throttle. Previously this was technically the clutch pedal. But man, this clutch feels so mushy. But yeah, I'm driving with a different pedal set compared to some. But kind of. I've done a. Honestly, oh god, the brake, how it sounds, it's so awful. In some ways, the brake is like the least adjustment I need. The clutch is like one of the most because the spring is so stiff on that one. It's so stupidly stiff, so it's not particularly comfortable. But yeah.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
I mean, I've done like last night some slight driving in normal AC. I fixed yesterday the swapped out the springs. That realized that I had fucked up the ratio between the potentiometer and the. I hadn't geared up the potentiometer and the pedal on my throttle correctly. By accident, I misgeared it, so I had only like 20% throttle. So I had to take them apart at like midnight because I was busy with other things last evening. I fixed that, and then I said, oh yeah, let's just load up Shitoko and ride a bit. And I mean, I didn't have any issues with like pressing the throttle down for like an hour straight. I did have some issues with my foot. My brake pedal being slightly, let's say, uncomfortable. My brake foot. Clutching. The bound that is here just impaled itself on the middle section. And that was a bit uncomfortable. I've also slanted all the pedals down. Previously only the throttle was slanted down, which made it easier to do delicate inputs on the throttle pedal. Because otherwise, if you just flip them around to invert them, the pedal faces are pointing more upwards, so you have to press more like this. You have to press more like this downwards, while here you press forward more. This makes it a bit more comfortable. Wasn't particularly an issue with the brakes previous. It kind of was, like I could get cramps in my foot when I was doing like 4-hour stints or something. Okay, I think this is GT3 behind me. Hang up slightly.
Car on the right.
But yeah,
Clear on the right.
really is what it is. Wow, that was terrible. That was slow as fuck compared to yesterday. Not yesterday, actually. Man, my concept of time has been completely messed up recently. It's like, that wasn't yesterday, it was 2 days ago at this point. Sure. Oh god. You suddenly get grip on the... Yeah, I mean, I would need a couple of seconds out of that lap. Rather than these tenths. Yeah, the front cars are getting a bit high pressure.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Though granted, I'm running a lot of fuel right now compared to yesterday. And it's such a light car that will make a difference. But I prefer to actually practice in race configuration rather than practice in like quali prep, because that's stupid. Let's just face it. Fine. Prefer to sandbag a bit, but like, I mean, a 55 is totally possible. If it's just that munched it up a bit in the last sector.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
We'll have to see if I can, my feet can last an hour of this. ACC can in general be quite physically straining, I feel like. For some reason it is more physical strength to drive an R factor. I don't know why. Maybe because of I get off more often to deep battles for like hours straight.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
I have been in like position fights in R factor for like 3 hours straight or something. Where I've been forced to push lap time. That was mainly lap time.
Yellow flag, be careful.
Not really side by side battle. Yeah, there's this. Well, we're placed in GT4 9th only, and 2.2 seconds off the pace. This is pretty bad.
Car on the right. Let's not let damage on the right. Clear on the right.
Oh, the GT3 sneaked up on me. Didn't pay attention. That was my fault, I would say. I don't know where all the other people are sitting in terms of timetable. It's the second KTM Xbow here, because I know there's two in that are assigned for this split specifically. Fastest time is a 53.5 by a certain Sismansky. Jesus Christ. Drosler, who I battled with a 50 M4. He's like in... Okay, now he's P3. But he has a 54.8. He's about like a second right now faster than... It's 1.2 seconds even faster than me. Jesus Christ. Bonantix is about 3/10 up. There's a Chevy in P5. There's a Mercedes in P2 with Fastnacht. is to Astons in piece with Rar and Marita. And there's a variety, but I think quite a few of these are actually doing quality runs right now. So we could slightly discount those people.
Low tire pressure. Stay clear of the curves.
I'm pretty sure we'll stall this car with this clutch pedal. Because I don't know how I just pull away without stalling it, because that I had absolutely no feel when the clutch bite cone came. Pretty sure. No, I'm on set 2 now, so the game actually put me on a new set of tires. So not what I'm gonna say set again.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Car feels very nice, honestly, to drive right now. Feels really weird, the brakes work very well. The car slows down a bit too quickly for my taste right now.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
I'm not really closing on that camera in front of me. At least we're seeing some vehicle variety here. We will see once, like, we'll go from, I mean, I'm down demoted to P14 right now. It's like, this is bad. But I'm like, top 10 for sure is in here. If I can get top 5, that would be nice. think more is like stretch. She's handling pretty well on these, like, on this fuel load. Turn is super nice. It's
Yellow flag in sector 1. Yellow flag, be careful there.
she just completely dances on my absolutely beautiful. Ooh, that's not beautiful, this understeer. But like, driving experience is
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
really nice on the setup, honestly. For P10 now.
Yellow flag, be careful.
5 minutes remaining in the session.
Yellow flag ahead, be careful. Yellow flag in sector 1.
We're starting to actually slightly over-respond, but the tire pressure is like... Could probably drop them by like a PSI and this is still fine.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
I'm actually braking way too early, honestly.
Yellow flag in sector 3. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Whoa!
Green light. Go, go, go.
Whoa, just like... jump cut! Yeah, I wanted to take 1 PS... Oh, the pressure, the traction temperature have gone up quite a bit. Alright, the track temp has gone up. I definitely need to drop the fuel out of this. Let's let the first few people that are about. I don't need to be the first. Take another piece out of this. Should be fine. We didn't increase that much. We went up to 27 degrees. What in-game time is it actually? It's 9:30 AM in-game. Ignition. Oh, well. Hold on. That's it. This is an aftermarket brake spring. Because last race I broke my springs, so my alloy springs were quite squeaky. But like the I had a really complicated setup that I explained the comment underneath the other video, but it's just this was previously my clutch spring that broke. It's now over here because it's still working enough that I can use it. It was an aftermarket clutch spring. I used it as the brake because this brake spring is too stiff. Was technically. I mean, I don't have a choice really. The throttle was previously my clutch because my throttle gave up at the end of 2019, so I had to replace it. But that spring was also being so stiff at the time for throttle, so that became my clutch, and the clutch spring that came with the T3 pair became my throttle. Now last race, that clutch spring gave up in my throttle, and the spring gave up, so I had to shuffle my pedals around a bit. Right, so I should be focusing on this, yeah. Because I still haven't driven out. Ah! Oh yeah, right, I wanted to notice my fucking... I was in the wrong tire set. That was what I wanted to do in the setup. Ah! I'm an idiot. So... For some reason my set 1 is only 1, but set 2 is fine, so... Hold on, we're on my set 1, with set 2. Wait.
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
And yeah, I've wasted like 3 minutes now. Yeah, let's see, I was only P10 in practice. About like 1.7 seconds off the fastest time. But I was running with an 80-liter fuel load. So with race fuel. Now this guy's probably run Qualy setup. And there seems to be a very big variety today with like what GT4 is on the grid. There's Porsches, there's Mercedes, there's an Audi in front of me. There's a Beamer behind me. I'm trying to just drive faster so I keep being out of the blue flag area. It's a slight mistake because I'm now run up to the Audi. I mean, the thing is anyway that my first flyer is anyway just a banker because tires aren't fully up to pressures. Yeah, there's a bit more of a mix today. I mean, there's even a Chevy here. We have Alpine, we have Chevy, we have Maserati, we have like basically everything. This Audi is quick. Like, man, this Audi is quick. I mean, there was one on Sunday already. One Maserati. Just that that guy did not particularly perform well. I'm not expecting much of that guy either. So, I'm not sure if it's the same person.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I was saying he wasn't slow, but now he is slow. So my tires actually get up to pressures. Sorry, Beamer, but I just have to get a bit of a gap to that Audi in front of me.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
Oh.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
Deletes itself. And now the Beamer's closing me down. Come on. Loads of understeer there. Oh, come on, brakes.
Yellow flag, be careful. Yellow flag in sector 1.
Let's see, 54.6, 10th. 1 second of pole right now. Whether we need to step this up.
There's a slow car up ahead.
Come on. 15's down, for fuck's sakes. Oh, come on. Why is this braking point suddenly not working? Worked in practice every single time. With like 80 liters of fuel in the car.
Sector 1.
Now on Qualy is just like, nope. 2/10 off. I'm P14 now in class. Jesus. This is terrible. Where the hell did all the aliens come from? Come on, turn, for fuck's sakes. No, the brakes are fine. It worked for multiple laps during practice. This is not warmer this session. This is same ambient temperature. Just the track is slightly warmer. Oh, come on! Massive oversteer twitch. There's just nothing in it. This is so frustrating. And like, I need to just get a 10th and I gain like 5 positions or something. This is great. This demonstrates how much time is in that one corner. I don't think on these tires I can still do it. An improvement.
Losing time in sector 2.
Come on. Oh, brakes, please. Was deep for me into the braking zone, but the tires just don't give it anymore. It's just they don't give it. This point, but I don't have time to switch tires. 4/10 down. Can I just get a fucking flat?
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Because I just need nothing up to this point, and that would be an easy peasy. And now I undershoot the corner by like half a kilometer. I have one more attempt. What? P15 for crying out loud.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front.
Oh, come on, massive wobble. Oh, terrible exit.
Yellow flag, be careful.
Ah, another slide. Come on, car, why? Why couldn't I just have a fucking flat? Because if I would have arrived for 0 at this point, I would have had like so much more time, for fuck's sakes. Instead I'm coming across the line with a 0.
Losing time in sector 2.
Fucking hell. No improvement, P15. This is awful. Oh, this was so fucking awful. I mean, I was half a second in it, it's clear visible. The fucking lap did not want to come together. Just stepped out. 53.4's pole. Baku, who was dominating the practice races, was P3. Ruston Botanics is P8, P9. This is awful. I mean, there's 25 cars, but it's like fucking awful. I'm beaten by bloody raw. 10 circles around that guy. What do we have here in terms of cars? It's like Camaro's on pole, Porsche, Alpine, Porsche, Mercedes, Ginetta, BMW, Mercedes, Aston Martin, BMW, Ginetta, Porsche, KTM, Aston, Porsche, Maserati, BMW, Porsche, Ginetta, BMW, Audi. Yes, the Audi is the worst one. Fucking hell. It's just apps. Right, okay, let's calculate the fuel and let's get this sorted. Oh, right. To be last, you have to be stupid. Right, what do we need to calculate? We need to calculate 54s for sure. I think that's a suicide. So it's 190. Not 90 minutes. 60 minutes is the race distance, divided by 1.9. 32 laps. Okay, that will be not a short race for sure. 32 laps. Plus 2 for formation and race finish. We need 2.23 liters, I calculated last time around. We're ending up with like 75, 76 liters. My fuel calculation. Alright. Let's take 78 just to be safe. Right, it's okay. Is there something I want to adjust on the setup? Nah. I felt fine. It's I had a bit of an issue where it starts sliding a bit. Because I mean the times between the GT3 wars. like from pole to last is, I mean, pole to P24 is 2 seconds. To P25 is 2.7. So despite that Audi showing some pace, it was like awful. I probably should have returned to the pits and gotten out again, because most people probably did that. Did only a couple of laps on their tire set, while I did like just continuously bump into that set. That's what the problem was for me. Alright, yeah, now we just have to wait for the GT3s to finish. Right, there's not much entertainment right now. Very disappointing when I was very much capable of fighting there in the top 10 on Sunday, and just not at all here on Tuesday. I mean, that's not a really good gap. It's like up to P12 is 1 second. And then it's another half a second down till P20. And then half a second to P24. I don't know. I mean, I'm using aggressive preset. I've been having issues on Sunday. The car wasn't performing as well as it did previously. I've done in the Series 1 race. There's actually a championship run. That was the end of the last season when I drove at Spa for the 2-hour race. And I qualified there in P5. So I for sure have shown that I can qualify up there. It's just I'm feeling that KTM just for some reason doesn't do this track well. I lost about 3/10 in the first sector to the pole sitter, about 3/10 in the second sector, and about a 10th in the last sector. Actually, surprisingly, my last sector is pretty decent, but I think that's the sector that the KTM actually does well. So it's like, that's not good. And the last sector is actually the hairpin, so that's where I bled my 3/10. Where I had like my 3 to 4/10 that I lost there. It's like I had lost in the right-hander heading onto the back straight, which is sector 2. Sector 1 ends. Do I have a car right now that's coming through there? Right under that Repsol bridge, just before the braking zone ends it. And in case of... And just here is for the sector 2 end. So I can just like switch between people. So yeah. I mean, I've reduced slightly the rear wing. The car's working fine. It's just, for the most part, it has some oversteer sometimes. I don't know why. Probably need to like throw stupid like 50 hours or something to figure out why it's doing that and fix it. I don't have the patience. This is just a sprint series that is weekly. It's like I show up here on drive. If I need anything more, then I will quit this. This is pretty clear. I have enough of a job in my endurance series on Saturday. I'm not treating this as a job, I'm just driving and having fun. I think I can very much perform up there. I think this was just me blundering in my lap. I mean, I've shown I had half a second in that bloody lap. I went half a second down and drove half a second back out of it on my final attempt. It was very much in there, it's just I couldn't for fuck's sake compose it together, and you need to somehow to compose it. Where would actually half a second bring me? Let's figure that out briefly. Where would half a second bring me? Right, half a second, that would be 6/10 of pole. P7. Would bring me in front of P7. There's a bit of a gap between down to P6 is half a second, less than half a second, and then it's 0.7. 7.5, so it's like half a second would bring me there. So it would be like up there, and that would actually bring me where I was with the people I was competing last time out with Wilson, and Rostel. They're respectively P6 and P9. Into that area I should be qualifying and not down to P15. That is down to me not having a good qualifying. Good, how much time is left? 4 minutes here. Still won. You still haven't put a fucking lap together. What are you number? Is he just started turning laps? This guy? Yeah, he doesn't have a lap in yet. That's why he's literally on his out lap. That's why it has like lap counter here, showing at 1 in his Boatly. Maybe we have also some variety in GT3 machinery. Well, we have a bit of time. There's a Porsche, there's a Ferrari, there's a Lamborghini, there's another Ferrari, there's a Porsche. A 720S, a Ferrari, a 720S, another Ferrari, a 720S, Lamborghini, another 720S, a Nissan, Merc, and all the way down here is the Boatly. There's actually not that many GT3s in this race, there's only 16, while there are 25 GT4s. So that's like, yeah, have fun, GT3s, you have a bit of a job. But at least I'm not getting too much gang raped. Fucking Sunday. Let's ride with this guy. See if we can put him in the lap finally. Yeah, a lot of Ferraris and Lambos. I mean, I don't know, the Italian cars are popular. Seem to be at like the, I don't know out of which split the people were during the community, during test race on Sunday. Because there were a lot of Bentleys there. Well, a couple of Lambos and a couple of Ferraris because you always have those, but like, I mean, these are the silver graded drivers. It's the interesting thing, there's a split 2. Split 1 has the Pro GT drivers, the highest level of GT drivers, and the lowest level of GT4 drivers. Split 2 has the second gradient of GT3 drivers and the top split of the GT4s. Split 3 has only GT3s, and Split 4 has only GT3s again. So, confused enough? Probably. Let's see, what you can put together, what do you put together, what do you put together? Come on, I believe in you! Yay, P12! And he still has time to put another lap. Come on, I believe in you, Boatly. Oh god, that's a track cut. I'm pretty sure. He's continuing on. He forgot that there's no time left. Maybe he's just turning further laps to practice, I don't know. Yes! Yes, that is a thing. Oh god. Yeah, the death will be imminent for the GT3s. Once they come around to lapping them. Will be fun. Might not have as many GT4s though in it, but this might make it easy. Because we got a 41 cal grid here. Despite everything. Right. Actually, I could return to my own car. Right. Reaching into the passenger compartment to get my water. So, our track temperature has gone up quite a bit. No further position progressing. So, we're now on the session in screen. So we have to wait, I think, like 60 seconds now till we can continue into the race. I will be starting P31 overall. Will be a bit of a challenge to climb the ranks. Just go to the top 10. I'm not backing down on that one. I think that's very much possible. Will be a challenge because as a KTM, passing is a luxury. And I have Porsches behind me, which I think are the fastest car on a straight line. So I'm probably gonna lose like 3 positions at the start. But I mean, the concern is mainly if I get taken out into T1 again. Lap 1. We are not discriminating against lap 3 or pile-ups. We're inclusive here. Right, we have 5 minutes to grid up. It's not like I had enough time yet. Okay. Do I want to decrease the tire pressures even further? I think yes. It's 10 AM in the morning. We'll probably throw out a 1-hour session, progress quite a bit on this, so I'm not gonna risk anything in those tires. Fuel will leave the same. We're on the 3rd set of rubber. This is all good. It's all Gucci. I mean, when I look at set 2, I noticed that there's slight craning on my front right tire. Which is interesting because the front right is on this track, not the outside tire. It's the front left, which has also more wear. It's worn down to like 2.8 on the front, on the left hand side, but like the right side tires are down to 2.9 on the fronts, 2.87 on the rears. And a fresh tire is at 3. So when you put a fresh tire on, it's 3 centimeters, millimeters, I guess. Yeah, something. So that's actually, let's say, slap on this thing, tire set. This tire set on, and then save this again. Because I did have probably better pressure settings than the other one. So we barely used any tire sets this time around. So set 3 onto the car. Set use current pressures for my pit stop in case I need to stop. There's no mandatory stop. It's just if I get wrecked, I might as well take tires probably. Oh, and someone has a drive-through. Well, that doesn't start well for them. Yeah, it does not sound well for them. In any case. So. Okay. Oh. Actually, you can. This back can be switched off. And I could give one last check to if the stream and everything is looking fine. Looking Kuji and everything. Yep, seems to be good. Put that back away. On to game. I forgot. I always forget I need to go back to desktop 1, move my mouse erratically here. So it's tracking here, and then I have a mouse pointer again. So, right. Has anybody else a drive through? No, only that guy. This is GT3, so it doesn't really matter. It's just P10 and GT3. Bit of an F. I have a minute 30 to left. Right. I still need to turn up the number of visible cars. Because it's still like slightly low. Yeah, I'm asserting my dominance for going through the roof. So, that's a minute to go. 1 hour race. At 30 seconds we can press drive. And then start the ignition. Everything up. So. Precisely. So we're now in the 30 seconds. Engine on. So this is played to the
Single file.
It might take a while till we get off the grid, and then it will be important to get the bikes up to temperature. Can we adjust the ABS and brake pads briefly for the information? So you can get maximum temperature into the brake discs to heat the tires up.
Stay away from curbs.
Oh fuck. F for me. I have about 20 seconds to get back to my grid position before I get teleported, which probably doesn't make a difference really. But well, I got it anyway back.
Going double file.
I always feel spinning on like these formations, but now it happened to me. Yeah. Do I need to get in front of this car? Yeah, I need to. I need to be in front of you, technically. Okay.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Well, I gave that guy a penalty by accident. I'm so sorry.
On the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Because he rode up wrongly in front of me and that gave him a penalty.
Clear on the left.
And there's the Maserati, by the way.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Ooh!
Left. Clear on the left.
Well, half the field is ended.
Car on the right.
Oh,
Clear on the right.
so where are we now? P11. We've had a lot of luck here. Bunch of guys making mistakes, spinning out. Let's see if I can get that guy in front of me. He seems to be pulling away right now. Don't look at your instruments while you're cornering. I'm so sorry, Paul. Well, I won't complain about the position again. And now BMW go bruh. Just look at it. It's just bugger. Yeah, it's quite struggling with this corner of the BMS apparently. It's good because this straight is actually halfway sizable. Otherwise it would be constantly threatened to that corner.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Okay, he gives up. He's driving very carefully. But he gave that one up. I would have probably fought that one. Though he might be thinking that he can just get me on the straightaway, which he's probably right. Let's see, what is the gap to my mind? Oh, nearly a second. Merc was actually last lap quicker than me. I didn't waste too much time with that over. He gained half a second already on the straight. Tire pressures are actually quite low. I'm sitting so like just above 27 psi, 27.3, 27.2. So and not quite in the ideal spot, but like it's not terrible. His beamer is quite strong right now. He's not happy about losing the position and he's stepping up his pace. As such. .3 seconds. I'm slightly drawing away. I'm actually quicker than the car in front, and was about half a second quicker than the beamer behind in the last lap around. So this is going good. I want to just note, like, I'm nearly going my qualifying pace right now. I think I'm about half a second right now of my qualifying lap. Gained quite a bit this lap around on the Merc in front. I'm doing good. Cheers. But I mean, we're only in the we've just done the first 6 of this race, so Still a lot to go. I think I recognize that BMW. No, it's a different one. It's not the same guy that I raced with on. I didn't gain much, but like that was a lap where basically everybody was turning the same lap time. P9 currently. Has gotten out of his rhythm, but the problem is I'm slightly off pace myself right now, and it's like hyper competitive right now. Every 10th counts, so So let's see, how much faster is the Merc than the KTM in a straight line? Answer, probably a lot. And man, I just lost 6/10 to the car behind. That's a bit of an oof. The Beamer's coming back. That Merc is definitely not helping me right now. Come on, move your fat ass. I will pick up the pace I need to pass you. Oh, come on. He has just enough cornering so I can't just like completely out corner him, but he has just enough pace. Straight line that I can't get a run either. And there's like an angry battle pack behind me. Yeah, that's what I thought like on Sunday completely every time the Beaver was behind me. And I came onto the main straight. It's just jaw fever, just as the beamer gets larger and larger in my mirror. Actually, the beamer quite lost a bit of time in the chicane. I seem to be quite good in the chicane, honestly. I don't think I'm that much quicker than the Merc, it's just... I might just have a slight bit more consistency to my pace. And I have a pace in different places, so it's just we'll rub up against each other. Don't hold me up in my best section. I need to keep that gap to the beamer behind. I'm not sure if he's doing it accidentally that he missed his braking this time around, or if he's intentionally trying to shake me with braking that late. Because honestly, he shouldn't be doing it intentionally because it's stupid. He doesn't gain anything from it. I mean, I have a run here, but it's just... What are you going to do? How are you going to go defensive or not?
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I'm not sure. Did he expect me to overshoot? Because, I mean, I expected myself to overshoot, but like... This time around the brakes worked, so... The Merc is quite close to me. Good thing he just lost like half a second, so that's good. I will be doing basic toe braking because I'm just like... interested in staying the fuck alive.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
There's busy in front of us. One of those cars actually, a BMW and a Mercedes. Again.
The faster car is approaching.
The Merc is headed a bit wide there. And there is a McLaren coming through. Okay, he elects to stay behind. Please take the opportunity.
Car on the left.
He's alone, this leader. So there's a bit of a gap till the next GT4 race come. I can see him already next GT3 is like... My gap behind, very good. It's just weird. Just drives away in the straights completely.
Faster cars approaching. Watch out.
Coming a Porsche.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oh, I should have shifted into first. Massive understeer there.
Faster car coming up behind you. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Faster car is approaching. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Count behind Mr. Merc again. I'm still 1.2 seconds out.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 3.
Yeah, I got the GT4 it's a bit worse. Cost me.
Faster car coming up behind. Watch out. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I'm slightly slip sliding right now. Gaps are comfortable.
Faster car coming up behind you.
Should upshift perhaps.
Faster car coming up behind you.
Okay, it's a bit deep.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Faster car is approaching. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Faster car is approaching.
Oh god. I had to lift there. Hit a lot of understeer there. I have a bit of a break right now behind me. Next car's 2.2 seconds. He got the traffic really badly done.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
There's another Lambo. Oh!
Yellow flag, yellow flag.
Whoa! Come on!
There's a slow car ahead. There's some light damage on the left.
Come on!
Car coming up behind. Watch out.
Fuck off! Ah! He just stopped suddenly! It's like you expect him to slide like a couple millimeters more, but he doesn't. Oh, come on. Where did that car come from? Ah, it was going so well and then fucking incompetent GT4 spins out and... Come on. GT3, don't hold me up additionally.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on
What is wrong with you people to force yourself by me on the left out of that corner? Come on, guys. Ten seconds lost because I'm GT3 asshole. GT3 in
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
spins in a bloody straightaway of all places.
Car on the right. Faster car coming up behind you. Clear on the right.
11th, that's how far dumped me down. Oh, come on!
Light damage on the front. Faster car behind you.
Why are you stopping suddenly in the middle of the track?
Clear on the left.
What leads you to bloody stop in the middle of the track?
Clear on the right. We are at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
Fucking hell, GT3. I have to drive here still. When I can now break you and run into the back of you, you're probably doing something wrong. Serious will be like, you deserve a penalty for this because you didn't like anticipate that a car could be like driving at like pace of a fucking pace car at that point. Yes, I can't. Right. I'm not omnipotent. Let's get my top 10 at least. From this guy. Pretty sure I got damage from all of this now. It was like, great, awesome. It's not like I had enough of a handicap already. No! Fucking hell.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful. Warning for exceeding track limits. Slow car ahead.
I'm pretty sure that's the same Ferrari. I'm pretty sure that's the same Ferrari that took me out. And that Beamer just wanted to do a full explore.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Yeah, it's 30 minutes of suffering because I could have been progressing up to like P6 instead of being 10 seconds down the road.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out.
Why is this guy in the race still? What are you doing?
Faster car approaching. Watch out.
What is this guy doing? Seriously. He's getting involved in the GT4 battle because he's so slow. He's just spinning constantly. And he isn't even last of the GT3s, by the way. Just get to the pits and repair it if you can't drive it. He followed my advice. I mean, I'm massively off pace right now. But I think that's the Lambo that I took out.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
1.5 seconds off the pace. Slow. Crying out loud. Yeah, the front end engagement bath was a bit useful, I guess. Come on.
Yellow flag, be careful. There's a slow car ahead. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Well, this Lambo doesn't have a good race auto today. Oh, somebody had herself a drive through there. Oh, this is gonna get close. And this was one of the front runners, so he probably will want the position back sooner rather than later. So I ain't holding that guy off for like 18 minutes. Let's face it. I mean, it's a Porsche. It would probably just. It's probably a track cut.
Warning for exceeding track limits.
Precisely. I mean, look at it. This guy knows what he's doing. Stays completely with me through the twisty stuff here. But I won't lose any time with him passing me here, so he will just snatch me up in the straights. Now use the suck Porsche. Suck Porsche seems to not be that much faster than me.
Car on the right.
I mean, I'm saying that as he's flying by me.
Clear on the right.
Would you kindly just take the fucking corner so we could move on with this?
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Okay, this GT3's idea was to just...
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Could you kindly pick up your pace, for fuck's sakes? I don't have beef with you, just... that the group in front actually might be catchable. Oh, well, let me head it a bit deep. Just pick up your pace, for fuck's sakes. Now he found finally the segment that his car actually likes. And he's finally pulling away. Took long enough. Yeah. It seems some just don't get the memo. Don't pass on the outside of freaking corners for exits. I've seen them do that at Spa at the top of a Rouge, on top of Radeon. Just shove it themselves alongside you on the right hand side. It's just, what the hell are you thinking? Like, that just ends in tears, usually. A lot of them.
On the right. Clear on the right.
Bye.
Faster car behind you. Car on
Yeah,
the
this
right.
Porsche wants to go on this side.
Clear on the right.
Well, we're currently with P9 in GT4.
The faster car is approaching.
I can turn that into P8 for sure now. Look, it won't be easy to pass, but I've done it already once. I have 13 minutes to do it again. No, Ferrari? You won't pass into the bloody chicane. If you read the briefing, you're not supposed to do that.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the left.
Hello there. As I said, I passed him once, I'll pass him again. Unless the Ginetta that was battling him is just like gone up there.
Faster cars approaching. Watch out. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
$11 minutes remaining. I have 20 liters in the fuel tank. The thing is with the Ginetta, that thing is fast in the places that I'm fast in. But it has an issue where it is speed limited at a certain point because of the gear ratios.
Gaining on the driver ahead in sector 3.
Yeah, I'm gaining on all cars in front because that was half a second faster than everybody in front of me. There's only 8 minutes remaining on the clock.
Faster car coming up behind you. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
There's a train forming in front of me. But there's GT3s coming down on us. There's a good chance of slowing my progress. Not a good exit. But we've gained.
Faster car behind you.
The Merc took out the Beamer that was involved in this battle. Now it's just the Porsche, the Ginetta, and us. It's about 7 minutes on the clock remaining.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Faster car is approaching. Watch out. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Faster car is approaching. Watch out. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Problem is that Beamer held up everything nicely.
Faster car is approaching. Watch out. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
You don't need to defend against me, for fuck's sakes. Yo, Porsche!
Car approaching.
I'm a
Watch out.
KTM!
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Honestly, he didn't pull away that much in this straight. Surprisingly enough. Why am I in 4th gear there? Oh, come on! Christ! Dude, just move up. I'm most likely not passing you. Just let us get that that Ginetta. Come on, come on, dude. But if you hold me up enough, then I will pass you.
Faster car approaching. Watch out.
It's gonna, you know, have made a break again. Oh, fuck off!
Clear on the right. Faster car approaching. Watch out. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
3 minutes 20 remaining. And Ginetta's making a run further. She's getting a bit twitchy. My KTM.
Faster car coming up behind you.
And he seems to be slowing.
Car
Whoa.
clear on the right.
He got another driver there. Full crack cuts. He just decided to fucking get out of
Car
it.
on the right. Clear on the right.
.1 liters remaining. Not much. Should be enough for about like 3-4 laps. And there's only a minute on the clock remaining. Nah.
Leaders in the final lap now.
Good leader start the final lap. I assume he probably won't lap me, so it's 2 laps to go right now, including this one.
Yellow flag, be careful. Yellow flag, sector 1.
No chance, no chance. .8 liters worth. Plant that shit. We're 2.2 seconds off.
The leader has finished the race.
Are there any GT3s behind us? No, it's just GT4s behind us. We're not getting help from traffic. She's again handling very nicely now. That's a bit too late. Not that she was handling at any point really badly. Compared to Qualy, the car was pretty... Never really wanted to murder me. I couldn't really make it. Coming up to the line.
Alright, race is over. Good job, mate. You did your best. Bring it back to the pits.
Oh, done. That's P6 in class. What? Like, just kids. I mean, Fastnacht is. Yeah, Fastnacht is about. I was battling with Fastnacht before I was taken out. And I was now about 2.2 seconds off Hurtcon, and 7 seconds he was off Fastnacht. So I could have been fighting for P4 here. Man. Oh, so unfortunate when I was taken out there. "32 laps. I expected the race to be 32 laps, plus formation plus 1 extra. Yeah, I mean, considering I started P15, P14, something like that. I thought I was P8 at the end there. Because when I last checked, I was P9 before the Porsche came in. So I think that was also before the Beamer spun out. And probably someone else also dropped. But we beat Drossel, we beat Ra. One able to beat Fastnacht. Barker won. The Chevy got seconds by just a couple of tenths. The Porsche finished P3, about 3 seconds off. Fastnacht was 17 seconds off the aliens. Hertzkorn was P5, I was P6. Hertzkorn with Ginetta, Fastnacht with the Merc, and a Merc behind me. Oh, my fitbox is back there. Whatever, I didn't need to park them there, it's just then the group of Beamers of five things, Drossel, Grunz, then Moreta and Ra in the... Okay, that's a... Hey, how... Okay, that has a collision box there. Let's return to the garage. Right, well... Well, it's showing me now in P4, but whatever. That's not correct. Oh, yeah. But like... GT4, P6, there's... McDonald's, as mentioned in the Merc, then 5 things Drossel and Grunz, and the 2 Astons, Bollwinkel, and the Porsche again, Tocco in the M4, Grundhof and the Porsche again, Silly in the M4, Van der Pass, that Plas, that was the guy that was in front of us, in the Porsche that came out of pits. He finished P17. It must be very stink because he was in the front before he served the drive-through, and then he got another one. Fuchs, and he finished roughly when he started, I think. The Maserati finished P21. Can we say something about his race, really? He lapped from the beginning 56, so he just wasn't really on the pace. Couple of 58s. He doesn't. Oh, he had here a 2-minute 01. Yeah, doesn't. A couple 2-minute 01s in there. It doesn't look good at that point. It's like when you have 2-minute 01s, suggests to me that you probably headed off the track and made a spin. Then Bernatix. I was fighting him for position earlier and he finished T22. What happened to him? Oh, he had a 2-minute 30 lap on lap 11. Drive for something. Oh, great. Right. Also, we have Porsche. And Ginetta, and then the Audi that finished way down the order. He finished 3 laps down to the class leader. Like... down to P14 is on the same lap in GT4. And then down to P24 is all within 1 lap. Well, that guy just finished. P25 finished. 3 laps done. Yeah. That Audi must be pain. Alright. Let's look for the GT3s. Well, there's a Porsche, a Ferrari, a Porsche, McLaren, a Ferrari, a Lambo, McLaren, Ferrari, then the Boatley, then the Nissan, then the 2 McLarens, then a Ferrari, and then another last Lambo. Right. From Zach. P16. Yeah. I think Zach was also the Lambo that I took out. Okay. Also,
Give it all you can.
Yep. Session is over. Just okay. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't terrible. So, hold on. Let's quit. Down back to the main menu. So that wasn't awful. Was not awful. P6. I mean, the way is a good result. It's just the way it was achieved is not that great. That can be improved. Qualifying was not good, and because I lost in 2 corners time, and the race getting run over. I should have looked at the replay, but I don't have autosave for replays on, so I can't just see it. It's a bit of mild issue. You have only 10 visible opponents. Let's turn that shit up to like, I don't know, 18. This is not alpha. Next race will be next week. I mean, they always do a test race on Sundays, which I may or may not attend. The race is always Tuesday, the main race. I don't even know the track. I would have to check that out quickly. Let me figure that out. Seconds. So open live there. Live stream. So I mean, I could switch the view that I'm streaming. We actually have, so it's Alton Park. Ooh, actually, I might not race next week because I don't have the British GT pack. So I'm just like, well, I might just not race next week. I might just go for sitting that one out and then coming back for Nürburgring in 14 days. It's Nürburgring for round 3, Paul Ricard for round 4, Silverstone for round 5, and Solder for round 6. I think there should be around 7 if I'm not mistaken. Oh, yeah, only 6. I don't know. So yeah, the next race is technically next week. I have to see if I want to intend. If I want to buy the DLC in the meantime. That's basically the limiting factor. It would have been nice if they had the Intercontinental GT race on that one, because I have that. I don't have the British GT and I don't have the 2020 DLC, so I don't have access to Imola. So I have not access to like 3 tracks in the game. Is it 3 tracks? Or is it? No, it's 4. Because it's the British GT has 3 tracks. It's Alton Park, it's Alton Park, it's Netherton, and it's Donington. And Imola is the 2020 is similar, with the 2 cars associated with it. With the 2020 season, that's the new Kirby front grille Merc and the Ferrari Evo. That's that DLC, but I think that DLC is anyway like only $7. I mean, generally these DLCs are $15, so it's like fucking hell. This is like still less than how much I've spent on Artifact. But I'm always like, I mean, I haven't replaced these pads. Honestly, this wasn't bad driving on these. I mean, the squeaky brake could do better. But like, I don't feel fatigue. I don't feel anything wrong with the sole of my foot. It's perfectly fine. The clutch is weird because I don't feel like I'm really feathering it out, but I always just somehow nail the bite point on the clutch. It makes no sense, but I've nailed it now multiple times. To pull away, it is just... I couldn't previously. I don't know what the hell is going on here, but it's happening. So yeah, that's that. What annoys me slightly is that it constantly loads like not my correct suit while I'm driving, because it should load one of these and it's loading like something weird instead. I'm disappointed. I'm playing multiplayer. I could race competition now, but like, nah, I think I will head off. I can't select my driver really. That's a slight issue here. One player section. Whatever. Let me. I mean, this is like these Saphires. Like a free pack of with 3 different colors, with this cyan blue, with pink and black. And that's $10. Yeah, they ain't that expensive. They're not the best fires. I have another pair that I wear as I like daily. Well, the advantage of them is that they, even in this fairly low light environment, they're pretty easy to see where my feet are. So the stripe pattern is actually very useful, besides that it's just a meme of wearing fires while driving. I mean, I like wearing them. Don't get me wrong, but it's just, but it's actually useful for visibility. And honestly, I have quite a lot in OBS tweaked the filters on this image, so it's actually brighter than it is, and stuff. It came out pretty well, honestly. But one of the things I probably need to get also soon is like a light. But I think I can stay with these pedals, honestly. I don't need to replace them right now. This is working fine as long as like this throttle spring doesn't suddenly combust. Like this brake spring won't, because it's basically never used. Has like 5 hours on it, tops. But like this throttle spring has only been used as a clutch before, so it's like that shouldn't break either in the future. The only risk is like that thing will completely combust and die, and that's like whatever. If it dies, then I don't have a clutch. But I can avoid right now spending more money, so great. But yeah, let's. And they're honestly quite thin because you can actually see on the white parts my skin through it. They should be completely white. I need more components for a cosplay. People have asked when to store for cosplay already. It's just I have only the fire so far. Right. Let me just swap to this here. Why are you not bringing this one to me as well? So I have my chat. Okay. It seems really that my for some reason when I have my OVR toolkit windows and I'm moving them around, that Assetto Corsa really for some reason hates that. It just stops like rendering and stuff. And in any case, I can now end stream. So there has been a mild piece of success. I hope I don't get too much punished for that one time when I ran a GT3 over. Or that they find a reason to punish me for spinning myself out. Because I didn't lock the brakes. I know that. It's a fuck up. I don't know why I do that from time to time. But like, yeah. That happened. It's done. I didn't collect anybody, so I shouldn't be punished for that one. But the other one I ran a GT3 over, and that's a bit of a bigger issue. Let's see. And I had some penalty points from last season's Spa because I don't know, they decided that me driving into a pileup is worthy of a penalty. Because of the argument of like, yeah, you went off the at the start off the track at Rouge, cutting through the grass because like, well, because the track looked blocked on the left hand side, so I just straight lined it and rejoined as safe as possible and only moved to the left when I realized there was a spun out car on the right to then straight head into another spun out car. And as far as I'm concerned, I didn't collide with anything, but I can't be bothered to watch the replay back because I don't have it saved, so I wouldn't have to download it. I'll just take their word that they're not bullshitting me. Something bad may happen that I took out 4 cars apparently or something. Whatever! Things happen. Now I know that I was just gonna out one GT3. Let's see if that GT3 even reports me for that. So yeah. But in any case, yep. I would say bye bye.